Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking Android box. This is VSeeBox V MAX. This bad boy is coming with 4GB of RAM and 32GB internal storage. On top of that, this comes with Wi-Fi 6 and a gigabit LAN. Now remember that this video is for YouTube friendly. If you want to watch the full video, please don't hesitate. Go to our website, which is exitex.info, and watch the full video. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'll have to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of this box. It comes with this user manual, which inside of it, you're going to find out some information about what you're going to expect, what's inside of the package, how you're going to be able to connect it to the TV, and also internet, installation steps, and that's about it. There's nothing around, just that much. And it says where it's made. It does come with an HDMI cable. It also comes with a power adapter, which is 5 volt 2 amps. And this side is the one that connects to the box, and this is the one that will connect for Canada and United States. It also comes with this remote, and it is inside of a plastic when you take it out. It's really nicely designed. Is that this remote is not only going to work with just with the box, also you can control your IR section of your TV. If your TV have IR, you can go to the back. There are some programming guides on how you will be able to process that, and you can program these parts. On top of that, you have the EPG, which is the electronic program guide. You have channel up and channel down, volume up, volume down, navigation key with the OK in the middle. You also have the settings. Now this button, I do not know what that's for, but you also have the home button, the return key, full set of numbers. You also have mute button, delete button, live button. In movies, also you have the static mouse, information button, and some shortcuts for some really popular apps. I really like that they have placed their name right in the bottom. Now flip in the back, you have a little section that you can open, and you can put 2 AAA batteries in there. Batteries not included in the box, but once you flip on the top, you see the IR section, and that's about it. There's nothing else involved in this. It also comes with an antenna. Now this antenna is only going to be able to move about 90 degrees, but once you hook it up, you can make it to go side to side and also to the back, but not all the way to the end. So make sure that you don't break it, but it is really nice, and it will really give you good gain for your Wi-Fi. And the big moment is the actual box itself. Now it is sitting inside of a little plastic so it doesn't get scratched up, but once you take it out, it looks exactly like the older model that they have. But you can see the name is written really nicely. I like that little design that they have made with the little cut. It really reminds me of another brand, but it's really cool design to it. And you can see the designs goes up and everything looks really neat. Now let's go through around it. You can see the name is written really nicely on the front. It says V1 MAX, and it says 4K ultra high definition. There is going to be an LED. Once we hook it up, we will show you what you're going to see there. And then you go to one side, you have one TF card reader, you have 2 USB 2.0 ports, and I don't see any USB 3s. And then go into the back part of it, you have an antenna connection, which we will connect a couple of seconds. You have a gigabit LAN, you have an AV port, which you need an extender for this, not included in the box. Also, you have an optical audio connection, so you can connect it to your stereo system. HDMI connection, which is HDMI out, and then the power connection, which will indicate on the bottom of it 5 volt 2 amps. Going on this side of it, there's nothing here. And then going to the bottom part of it, you can see there's 4 little legs, and these are made out of rubber, so you do not have to worry when you put it on the actual table, so it doesn't move that much. And it's really good. And once you look more, there are little cuts. These are for ventilation. There is a little section if you want to hook this up to a wall. You can put 2 screws or 2 nails, and then you can hook it up, so that way it really hooks up to the wall nice and steady so it doesn't move. You have a little sticker that will tell you exactly what model you have, how many volt it takes, just in case if you ever misplaced it or you broken the actual power supply. And also there's a sticker for serial number and MAC address for your warranty reasons. But this is about it. Let's go ahead next and connect it and take care of the rest. Now when you're entering the batteries at the back of your remote, just make sure you open it, and then make sure you have 2 AAA batteries. Hook up the first one, and then hook up the second one. Now make sure you do it properly. And once you hook it up, just put the back on. And now to test to make sure your remote works. If you have a camera like what I have, you do not have to film it. But if you position it in the front, you cannot see this with naked eyes. But when you put it on your camera, you can see the flickering happening. You see that? So this way you know that this remote function or this remote is functioning properly. And that's about it. Now let's go ahead next, connect the box. First we will connect the antenna. So it should be very easy. You just have to hook up to it. Scroll a little bit. And that's about it. Now the antenna is hooked up. Now let's go through and hook up the power in HDMI. We always going to hook up the HDMI first. And if you have a question why, you can ask at the bottom of the video. We'll have to answer you. And then the power. And here you go. You can see that right now the light is on. And also the time is just about to be on. And it will tell you more information in front of it. So let's go through to the screen. Now once you turn it on, this is the first thing that you will get is the welcome screen. So make sure you select your language and then going into your resolution. Now the maximum that I can capture is 1080p. So I will click next. And then it shows that how big of screen you have. Now for that, you have to press the OK button or the plus and minus. And in this case, you can use your remote, the navigation key up and down. So if you press up, it will make it smaller, but if you press down, it will make it bigger so that way it fits the full screen. Make sure that you can see those little lines all the way around, these ones. So this way you know that, okay, that this is full screen. Once this is done, press next or press to the right side and you will get where your time zone is. So once you select your proper time zone, click next. And now it will ask you if you want to connect it via LAN or Wi-Fi. In this case, I'm going to use Wi-Fi. And yes, I have a Wi-Fi 6, which is this one. I'm going to select it and I have to enter my password. And you can start typing the password. And this way the keyboard will show up. In this case, if you do have the regular remote, you can use your navigation key to go around and select your password. Once it is connected, you can press back and now you can go next. Yes, it will give you a little disclaimer. You have to press agree and now you can go ahead and is starting your box. So here we go. This is the first time we booting into the system. It looks very similar to one of the other boxes that we have reviewed not that far ago. It was the earlier version of this, but you can see that it has a lot of apps that are part of it. And there are some apps that we have to capture on the full version. And if this is the full version, don't worry, it will be getting there. But you can go to settings and you can see more. But it's very easy platform. You can see everything on the top, so their name and then the weather widget, and then also if you're connected via Wi-Fi or LAN, and then the time. Except that you have apps recommended in settings. Very, very simple. And this way you can play with it. Now under settings, you also have launcher settings. You have software update, system information, and then you want to clear some background apps. You can click on it and it will automatically go through to fix it. Except that you can click on system information. It should come up and it will tell you that this is V1 MAX and more information is underneath of it, which is really cool. And then if there isn't any kind of software update, because you already connected to the internet, you can do it locally or internet wise, which is online. You can click that and it will go through to check it for you. Usually there is no updates available because it's going to come up to you, get to you already up to date, so you don't have to worry about that. Except that there is a launcher settings that you can play with, and there's going to be parental settings and startup apps. Now if you want us to make another video for this part, please don't hesitate, tell us and we will process it. Except that the settings there, we will capture it in a couple of seconds showing you how that part is done. But this comes with a lot of apps, so we will capture it on full version. Alright, so now we will test this box. In order to do that, we're going to go through some little testing apps. Number one will be YouTube. Alright, so here you go. Now this video that I'm playing is 8K, which is says it on the left hand side and the bottom. But the maximum resolution that I'm able to grab right now, and it's really playing it well for the meantime, is 4K. It's 1440p, so not 1080p, not 720p. Alright, so the geeky part of this is that we are capturing it on 1080p. There's 0 frame drop. I really like that. 4K and 30 Hz has been decoded right now. We're running on VP9 and OPUS, which is again really good when it comes to these. Now, if you look down, there is more speed and also network and health buffer is here. It works really nicely when it comes to YouTube. So now we will press home. And the next thing we want to go to will be Geekbench. Now for single core, we received 105, and for multi-core, we received 302. Remember that this is all winner chip and it is running Android 10. The next thing will be AIDA64. And AID64 brings up a lot of things in very raw format, which we really enjoy looking into and explaining it. So under system, you can see the device name. Manufacturer is VSeeBox. Model number is V1 MAX. And if you look down, the brand says Google. And if you look more down, it says RAM is 4 GB. How much has been installed and how much has been used. Internal storage on this is 32 gig, 26.21 is showing. That means that the rest is going to be done by partition and some recovery inside of it. That has been taken care, except that there's the free storage is 22.27 gigabyte. That means it's after what we installed, and the Bluetooth on this is 4+. So it shows everything here accurately. Now if we go under CPU, the CPU should show you that this is all winner H313 and H616. That means there's two chips that are mixed in order to make this work better. And it is running quad-core processor or ARM's Cortex A53 is the chip, and it's running on 1512 megahertz, which is really good. Again, there's the 4 cores and the ones that are running and the ones that are sleeping. You can see that it's totally frozen. I believe that they have made it in a way so you cannot see that it's changing. So that's the only thing. Now when you go under display, the native resolution on this is 1080p, but it can take up to 4K and 60 Hertz. The GPU on this is Mali G31, and then the refresh rate is 60 Hertz. It is on landscape mode, and OpenGL on this is 3.2. That means certain games that you want to play on this will work perfectly on this. And then the next part is going to be network. Now remember that this comes with Wi-Fi 6, but you can see the 5 band is already supported. That is really good. The frequency range is really good too. But we will test it out with our speed test. In this way you can tell how good the Wi-Fi is. And that's not only thing. When we go to Android itself, it is running Android 10. You can see that right over here. The API level is 29, and the rest of the information that you need is underneath of it. The next part will be the terminal. Let's see if they left anything, and it looks like they have covered it, so we cannot see there anything. And if we go under codecs is the one that we are really looking for. So let's go from the bottom up, so this way we can see everything. And from the bottom, VP8, VP9, MPEG-4, and there's the H263, 264, AVC. Now we going up, the all winner videos are already there, so this way it would work with the box really good. And there is more, so there's the OPUS, MP3, and going up there is just enough for you to play your videos properly. We will test the video player too, so we can see exactly how good this will play. Now for these 3 apps, you do need to get a subscription directly from their website. Something like from Prime, you need to go to amazon.com or .ca, whichever country you're in, that you need to get a subscription. Same thing with Netflix, you need to go to netflix.com, and same thing for Disney Plus. You need to go to their website to get a subscription. Here's the best part. Netflix will work in HD. You do not really require to have a Air Mouse remote in order to play with it. It will be covered in the full version of this video, that you can see that both of them will work without Air Mouse remote, and yes, it will work with HD quality. Disney Plus works on 4K quality, yes, and we will cover that on the full version of this video. The next thing we want to cover will be some video playing. So we have to go to VLC. See, here is our 3 videos. So let's play the first one, which is going to be 1080p. So here you go. This is 1080p. It plays it really nicely. There's no stop to it. And if I have to bring the volume up, yes, it plays it perfectly. And I'm trying to make sure if I can see the sound on or sound off. It looks like it's very loud, and I cannot control the sound on this. That's the only thing. But if I have to go to 4K video, this is something that we have captured, and this is a little bit big map into it. I know that a lot of people don't understand this part, but you can see there's little particles if there is any kind of pauses. and the other sides will not have some pauses. That's because of how this has been filmed. So there are little particles that will be running really smoothly, and then some parts that might not play really well. But right now when I'm capturing, I see certain things running really nice and smooth, which is really good. And that's what we are looking for when it comes to this type of videos. Now we also have one more video, which is going to be 4K 10 bits. Now this also has sound, so this is what we are looking for, and it looks like it's playing it perfectly right now. There's no pause to it, there's no stop to it. I really like this. So that means as the 1080p works, the 4K works, and 4K and 10-bit plays it really nicely on this box, which we're really looking for that. And then the last thing that we want to capture on this will be the speed test. Now we have already processed it 4 times, twice on Wi-Fi, which is Wi-Fi 6 that is, and then twice on the landline. So let's go first to the Wi-Fi, and you can see right now that it's so nicely done. The speed right now, as I can show right now, I'm just going to make it up and down a little bit so we can capture this. My download rate on the Wi-Fi 6 was 341, which is really good. And you can see the arc going up. And then on the upload, it was 48.2, which is roughly about 50 that we have. So it's fluctuating a little bit, but my idle time or my ping time was really low, which is really cool. We tried it one more time. And this is a few seconds later, basically. We got 371, and you can see the arc is going up and down, and then just went straight, which is really good again. And our upload rate was exceeding, which is 50, so I got 51, and it just went up and it stayed steady there, and it was very little bit of it that it was going up and down to make it 50 and 51. And my idle time is really good right now. I really like that. Now the next time we connected the landline. Now remember, this is a gigabit LAN, so it should not go less than 100, and we got 342. I really thought that this is going to go to 600 to 700, but it looks like it stayed there and it fluctuated to go up and down, and it stayed roughly about 342. For my upload, it really exceeded, it stuck up, and it just went all the way through, which was really good. My idle time is always low. I really enjoyed that part. Now for the last time that we tried again, we got a better number, which was 457, and it just went up and then just arced down a little bit to stay here. So it went about 460, then it just stayed down. But my upload rate even exceeded more than 50, which was 52.4, and it just stayed there. And you can see that it fluctuated a little bit over here, but it stayed there properly, and my idle time was really good. That is something that we're always looking for. So this box do support Wi-Fi 6. Yes, it really works well. I really enjoy playing with this box. This is something that I really enjoy going to go next and learn more about this box and play exactly what these guys are going to give us. But for me, it is not just going to be the live section. It is also going to be how Wi-Fi is going to really play along, because it comes with an external antenna, and on top of that, what is involved in it. But again, when it comes to the internet connection, it really matters, because you're going to stream things and you're going to upload and download. So these are very mandatory things to always remember when you are purchasing these type of boxes. Now, all the links will be available in the bottom of the video where you can order it from, except that I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is exitex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.